Welcome back to week 6 of Algebra 1 with Mrs. Whybark. This week I am posting an additional video in order to review the answers to the week 6 pre-quiz. This pre-quiz is the same one that has already been reviewed in class, and I have posted a blank copy on Moodle, so it would be a good idea for you to download that and follow along. We have several skills this week that we will be testing on the quiz. Mainly they focus on the ability to write an equation using the point-slope form of a linear equation. As a reminder, point-slope form is y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1, in which m is the slope and we have a point x1, y1. So in problem 1, it says write the equation of the line using point slope. I'm given a slope of 7 and the point 1, negative 3. That means that 1 is x1 and negative 3 is y1. So the equation of this line would be y minus negative 3 becomes plus 3 equals 7 for slope times x minus 1. In the second question, we are given a slope of 1/3 and the point 6, 9. So 6 is x1 and 9 is y1. And the equation would be y minus 9 equals 1/3 times x minus 6. In these two problems, you are simply substituting the slope, x1 and y1. In the third problem, you must first find the slope before you can write the equation. So we're going to use the formula m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So in this example, I have x1, y1 is the point 3, 6. x2, y2 is the point 112. So that means my slope will be 12 minus 6 divided by 1 minus 3. This simplifies to 6 over negative 2, which is negative 3. So my slope is negative 3. I'm now going to pick one of the points. It doesn't matter which one, so I'm just going to use the first one and substitute this point and this slope to get y minus 6 equals negative 3 times x minus 3. The next two problems, you are given the information in the form of a graph, but this is really a lot like problem 3, because first you need to find the slope and then you need to write the equation. So there are two steps to completing these problems. First, I need to find the slope. I can do that using rise over run, or I could name the points and use this formula again. Since I have a graph with a nice picture, I'm going to use rise over run. So for this first one, if I start up here, I'm going to go down 4 and over 1. So my slope is negative 4 over 1, which simplifies to negative 4. I then need to use a point to write the equation. You can use either point, so there are really two correct equations. I'm going to do an example using just this one. So this point here is the point 7, 4. My x is 7, my y is 4. So when I plug this into the formula, I get y minus 4 equals negative 4 times x minus 7. In my second example, number 5, I'm going to again use rise over run. I'm going to start here on the x-intercept, and I'm going to rise 5, run 2. So that means my slope is a positive 5 over 2. And I'm going to use this point for my equation. The coordinates of this point would be negative 4, positive 5. So when I plug these into the point slope formula, I get y minus 5 equals 5/2 for slope times x minus a negative becomes plus 4. And that's how you write the equation in point-slope form. Problems 6 and 7 will be a bonus on the quiz, and these are related to the activity we did this week, tying knots. The problem says you have a rope that is 56 centimeters long. Each time you tie a knot, the rope gets 4 centimeters shorter. The first question asked is, what is the rate of change? That means how much is the rope changing every time I tie a knot? And the answer is 4 centimeters. But you have to think carefully about this. Is the rope getting longer or shorter? And since it's getting shorter, the rate of change is really -4. Remember that rate of change is just another expression for slope. So in this case, slope is -4. In order to write an equation to represent this situation, I also need to know what would be the y-intercept, or the starting length of my rope with 0 knots. So in this case, B will equal 56. That's the length of the knot when that's the length of the rope when there are 0 knots. So to write this equation, I would write y equals -4 times x plus 56. This means the rope starts at 56 centimeters and it decreases 4 centimeters for each knot. I hope that this review will be helpful to you in taking the quiz when we return to school.